Hey guys, 224 Vic, and it's time to let's watch another death battle. And oh boy. And it's gonna be Carnage versus Lucy, who I really know nothing about from an anime called Elfenheim. But by guessing from her character, and also anime characters in general, she's pretty OP. So just saying that. And for this one, I'm wearing my Arsenal shirt because this is the only red shirt I have. Because I just wanted to wear a red shirt because it's gonna get really fucking bloody for this death battle. Just judging by the two people who are fighting each other, I'm just like, oh my god. So I just want to get that out of the way and just say, whoa, just waiting for that. And man, Carnage. So I'm well familiar with Carnage. I'm not too well familiar with Lucy, so I'm just saying, but I have seen some of the comment sections debating on Carnage and Lucy. I'm just like, and manga, she's a planet buster. I'm just like, oh boy, what did they put Carnage up against? But I don't know what to say from this. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. But I just say I want Carnage to win. That's all I'm gonna say. I wouldn't be surprised if Lucy wins, but I want Carnage to win. Just saying. Marvel fanboy, what can you say? In any case, without any further ado, I'm just gonna shut up and move on. So in 3, 2, 1, and now.
Hey everybody, we have a brand new Death Battle t-shirt on the Screw Attack / Rooster Teeth store. Head to store.roosterteeth.com and you guys can pick one up. It's a great way to support the show.
If my ex-wives have taught me anything, it's that there's no real limit to crazy.
Like Carnage, Marvel's dangerously insane psychopath.
Yeah.
Or Lucy, the messed up murder lady from Elfenlied.
Elfenlied.
Elfenlied?
Yeah,
Oh,
whatever.
that's what it's called.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, it's drawn the same animation like Samurai Jack a little bit.
Cletus Cassidy didn't have the chance to be a well-adjusted adult.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't know much of his backstory, actually, surprisingly.
While
Even though I'm a
Cletus was
huge
just
Spider-Man
boy,
fan.
His father got sent to jail for killing his mother.
Which he did because she had tried to kill Cletus.
Which she did because Cletus had tortured and killed her dog Fifi.
Well, go Miss Cassidy. All dog murderers
What
deserve
the
death, even if they're hate. Right, Jack Spaniels? Good boy. Oh, and Cletus murdered his grandma too, because she's kind of a bitch.
He didn't stop there and wound up burning down his own orphanage. Years later, he was finally arrested and convicted for 11 murders.
You mean the
He has
11 murders they knew
false
about?
memory syndrome.
But while in prison, Cletus found that he wasn't alone. In fact, his cellmate just so happened to be Eddie Brock.
Who you may know is that creepy guy covered in black ink called Venom.
I know that part of the
That
origin.
is actually a symbiotic alien known as a Clintar. This symbiote bonded with Eddie, transforming him into a powerful and violent rival for the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
But what Eddie didn't know was, it was pregnant. Oh, time to go out for cigarettes, Eddie.
Well, symbiotes actually reproduce asexually. When Eddie became Venom once again, the symbiote sort of oozed out its spawn and left it there.
Just like me and my dad. Well, this new symbiote immediately attached itself to Cletus, but unlike the Venom one, it merged through a cut on his skin, creating this suit made out of blood. Ew.
That explains it.
Sanitary.
And together they became
Carnage!
A fitting name for a
that
psycho
sounded
mass murderer.
bad.
Cletus
Yeah.
and his new symbiote quickly got up.
I was
to
trying
what
to do the
knew
one they
best,
did in Ultimate
creating
Spider-Man, how they said
maximum
his name,
carnage.
so.
For that game, it was great.
And with his
Oh,
new
man.
superpowers, he was a vicious force to be reckoned with.
Oh,
he has
fuck
the
yeah,
same
he was.
superhuman strength, speed, and durability as Venom, and supposedly even greater.
Yeah,
like a
he's
Venom
strong
2.0.
enough to take
He
out
can
both Spider-Man
shapeshift
and
make all
Venom.
sorts of killer weapons, like axes, swords, and spikes. He can even rip those weapons off himself or launch them at his victims.
That
Have you
I
ever
did not
tried
know.
ripping your fingers off and throwing them at people? Because that's just kind of what
I only knew he
Carnage
could do that
does.
with the
The
spikes.
symbiote can also reach out with dozens of chaotic, blood-soaked tendrils, perfect for strangling the people he doesn't want to see anymore. With a single touch, Carnage can infect a person with a portion of his symbiote, controlling or torturing them at his leisure. He has
Oh, shit.
unbelievable regeneration, and even if somebody
yeah, he
finds a way to
does.
disable his suit, the Carnage symbiote lives inside his bloodstream and can come back out through something
What?
as meager as a paper cut.
Also,
Oh,
the symbiote
shit.
literally sees everything around it. It's
Yeah.
kind of like wearing a suit made of eyeballs.
But let's say
I wouldn't
you're
go
able
that
to
far.
dodge his projectiles, outrun the tendrils, and get out of sight from the eyeball suit, you're still not safe. He will catch you because he can sprout wings and fly.
What the
What?
hell?
When was he able to do
Since
that?
realizing that shapeshifting is a really useful ability.
So he's
I did
able to
not know
fly,
that.
he's totally aware of everything around him, and he's full of blood? This guy's like a giant mosquito of death.
Sure. Carnage has said
Yeah,
he's at
what's
least
the
10 times faster than the average man. But that's pretty modest, because Venom has shown he can
What?
move fast enough to catch up to a bullet after it's fired. And Carnage is frequently shown to be as fast or even faster than him.
Yeah, I was about to
Carnage
say.
over 1,500 miles per hour, over twice the speed of sound.
He's lifted a 50-ton tank, and he can overpower Spider-Man, whose best support
And Venom at the same
was
time.
lifting that giant machine thing that weighed as much as a 1965 locomotive.
Which would put it around 130 tons.
Did you know those weird tendril things crawling around his body? When he wanted to find a missing journalist in New York, he climbed to the top of the Empire State Building and just stretched them all out over the city.
He found her by this coastline, and this building nearby looks a lot like the consolidated Edison plant between 14th and 15th Street. That's about 2 miles away.
And as a thank you for saving her, she shot Carnage in the head. Well, fine. Save your
Oh
own
wait, this was
ass
during
next time, lady.
Axis.
Hey, he
I
was
think.
fine. Carnage's durability doesn't come from a sturdy build. Instead, his form is malleable and somewhat fluid. Technically, his human body still exists somewhere in that mass of blood, flesh, and writhing tentacles, but even
Yeah,
when he's
it's
hit by a
weird.
train, struck by missiles, or blasted apart by a tritium bomb, he can always just pull himself back together.
So long as there's
That's
a
not
piece
even
of
the
him
worst
still
thing that's
around.
happened to
Given
him.
the size of that blast, it looks like Carnage survived a blast worth 125 tons of TNT.
Very impressive. Also, he once smothered and survived a gene bomb designed to wipe out all of humanity except mutants.
He's even survived being ripped in half and thrown into
Yeah,
space.
I was wondering if they're
Seriously,
gonna mention that
what
part.
kills this guy?
Well, he does share the same weaknesses as other symbiotes, namely extremely loud noises
Yeah.
and heat.
Well,
That's the
until
only
he
thing.
traded the sound one for a weakness against some Cthulhu-looking magic.
Carnage has been through a lot, but with
He
two minds as
has.
one, he always gets back up to keep doing what he loves.
Murder, murder, and, you know,
Murder.
more murder.
That's the only thing they mentioned that's his really his
There are
weaknesses.
some mysteries the world
That's it?
holds which no one is meant to know.
On to Lucy.
Every day, something,
Let's see how she
somewhere
is.
comes ever closer to destroying
And that was
everything
pretty
you
dark
hold
considering
dear.
what I just saw from
One
the
such
previews.
secret is the Diclona.
Ah, no big deal. They're just a race of crazy people who want to infect human beings to make more Dicloni and then wipe out all of humanity. Oh, look at the cute little horns.
Okay.
They look like kitty ears.
To accomplish this, the Dicloni would have to rely on their queen.
That makes
Todd,
sense.
better known as Lucy.
Luckily for everyone, some important people figured this out and captured her. And now it's time for your only warning.
Right, Lucy's methods, let's just say they're not for the faint of heart.
And let's
I-
also say that those lucky important people were
I-
about to get
that's
very,
fucked.
very unlucky. Jesus Christ, what's happening?
Fucking
To
shit.
truly understand, let's take a step back.
Oh my
As an
God.
infant, Lucy was abandoned by her parents and left alone to suffer a life of constant discrimination.
It was the horns, wasn't it?
Right, even the average kid hates growing up in an orphanage, but it was especially painful for her.
Until she found a stray puppy and decided to take care of it. That adorable little critter and her
puppies.
became best friends. And then the other kids from the orphanage went out and beat it to death and forced her to watch.
What?
Well, no shit, she wants to kill everyone. Go ahead, Lucy.
That
Tear up
makes
those
a
little
lot of
bastards.
sense.
Whoa. Damn.
Ah,
This
shit.
was the first time Lucy unleashed her psychokinetic
I don't blame her
vectors.
for doing that, to be
As a
honest.
Diclonius queen, Lucy is meant to use
People
these
were
vectors
fucking
to
dicks to her
infect
just for no
ordinary
reason.
human beings with the Diclonius
Just
virus.
besides from the
Oh, but
horns.
she uses them for so much more.
For simplicity's sake, think of the vectors as invisible arms which can sprout from Lucy's back.
Lucy can
yeah, that's
use
what I
up
would
to
think of them
28
as.
vectors with a normal range of about 6 to 7 feet. When she gets really serious,
Ah.
her horns grow and the vectors get way longer and stronger.
She can vibrate her vectors at different frequencies, and each level of vibration has different effects.
Kinda like that thing that my ex-wife had on the nightstand that I thought was one of those crazy pens.
At low frequencies, her vectors
That's
can
a dildo.
pass through objects with no effect. At a medium frequency, the vectors become solid, like extendable hands, while still completely invisible. These can be used as shields and lift heavy objects.
Oh man, if I had those things, I'd be messing with people all the time. Like tying their shoes from across the room. Also, since this seems to be a thing in this episode, she can fly.
It's not
Of course.
really flying, she's
What?
just lifting herself off the ground. With the
Oh,
third
yeah,
frequency,
invisible
Lucy
hands, I
turns her
forget.
vectors into invisible blades. These can cut through people and bend metal.
And with the last and highest frequency, Lucy gets explosive. No, really, at this level, they finally become visible and can strike with enough force to detonate. Damn, they don't call this chick the queen for nothing.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Lucy is not always in control of what she does. Turns out she has developed several alternate personalities.
Yeah, getting shot in the head can do that to you.
That injury specifically created New, a passive, almost childlike persona which exists as a coping mechanism for Lucy's trauma. As New, Lucy would finally
she
find
pees herself.
friends and began forging a path toward hopeless redemption.
Unlike her third personality, the so-called DNA voice, which constantly whispers in her ear that she's got a job to do. Kill them all, Lucy, before they hurt more puppies. Ooh, spooky DNA.
She could do it too. Lucy's
what?
fast enough to block bullets from a point-blank range. And once, she actually saved herself from a bullet after she had already been shot. As in, while the bullet was traveling between her skin and her heart.
It looks like she's getting shot by an MP5, which fires bullets at nearly 900 miles per hour.
With her body type, the distance between Lucy's skin and heart is less than an inch, probably around 2.4 centimeters. Given the bullet speed and the distance her vector would have to reach from her back before the bullet hit her heart, her vector had to move nearly 1,900 miles per hour. That's over twice the speed of sound.
She can throw a
that's
pen through
faster
a
than
guy's
Carnage
skull.
then.
Brutal. And even toss this giant boulder.
When compared to this guy, Bando, whom we know is 6 feet tall, we can determine the boulder weighs about 75 tons. Her vectors
Ouch.
are also tough enough to block a missile from the Air Force. While the exact model of
Jesus.
missile is unspecified, it is fairly large and likely an air-to-surface type.
I bet it's one of the Air Force's SLAMs, or Standoff Land Attack Missile, built off the back of the Navy's Harpoon missile. In fact, a harpoon is used against a different Diclonius at one point. So this piece slammed into her vector at 500 miles per hour with a 1,000-pound explosive yield, and it didn't even phase her. Even without a vector
jeez.
shield, she survived a pretty nasty explosion herself, though it did knock her out.
Impressive, but how about the time she punched through an island? A strike literally compared to nuclear fusion. This kicked up a 100-foot tidal wave and a 9.2 magnitude earthquake. A level so high, there's only been 4 comparable quakes ever recorded.
Her vectors can be as wide as buildings and reach into outer space, except that's about when Lucy reaches her limit.
Right. As a Diclonius, Lucy has a few severe weaknesses. Her vectors can be nullified if she's struck in the forehead, or if one of her horns are broken.
Also, if Lucy pushes herself too hard, she starts to melt. Kinda like ice cream out in the Texas sun. It's
That
not
is
pretty.
weird.
She's just a big puddle of goop with a face, but she's still a total badass, even at her meltiest.
While
Oh,
suffering agonizing pain, she was capable of single-handedly halting a massive military threat, while healing and protecting the person she loved most. Perhaps redemption wasn't so hopeless after all.
Hey, let's watch her kill some more people.
Oh gosh. Oh, only Boomstick would do this. Oh god. Yeah, we're playing some of the clips. Oh, Jesus.
All right, the
Yeah, the
combatants
weak-
are
this-
set. Let's end this debate once
I
and
still
for
think
all.
it's gonna be
But
Lucy who
first,
might
you'd be
win.
crazy not to get
Considering
this
how
deal.
OP she is, because, you know, anime
By
characters.
now, you've probably heard of Blue Apron, the leading meal kit delivery service
Not to
in
mention
the US.
she's faster than
But
Carnage,
did you know
too.
about all the different
That's a lot
kinds of
more.
delicious foods you can make? Like the honey chipotle glazed chicken with poblano and lime rice.
There's plenty
Another
to choose
thing not
from,
to
since
mention,
they offer 12
she
new
can
recipes each
still
week.
kick
All you have
ass
to do
while
is
she's
choose a 2, 3, or 4
while she's
that sound best to
weakened.
you, and they deliver it
I mean,
right
kill
to your
people
door.
too. I mean,
Plus, it's super simple
still
to
kicking
cook.
ass, I guess,
It's got
but-
easy to follow.
You know what I
instructions
mean,
and
for those who
perfectly
are
proportioned
watching.
ingredients. They're
Oh,
not even
God.
and the meat has no
This is gonna be
abnormal.
so bloody.
My favorite part is feeling like a master chef.
It's a tough call. I want Carnage to win, but I think it's gonna be Lucy.
It's pretty nice coming
I could
home
be
knowing
wrong.
I'll have a
I mean, I've
delicious
been
meal
wrong
I can
before,
whip up
but-
with ease.
It's
So
most
check
likely
out this week's
Lucy,
menu
because
and
she's
get your
more
first
OP.
3 meals free at blueapron.com/battle.
man.
That's
I don't know what to
blueapron.com/battle
think
to get your
besides from
first
that.
3 meals free. But
Because
right
what
now,
else can you
it's
say about
time for
this?
a death battle!
Yes, it's time. Now it's time to decide what kind of fate and how bloody this shit's gonna be. Oh, same animation, I guess, as the one from Samurai Jack and Afro Samurai. Sort of. Oh shit. She gets serious now.
Die.
Oh, damn. Oh, Jesus. Well, that ain't enough to kill Carnage. Ugh. Oh, yeah. The invisible arms. Oh, shit! Shattered her to pieces and still nothing! Oh, shit. Carnage is taking so much punishment and Lucy can't lay his shit on Lucy. Oh, jeez. Now he's playing Venom. And by Venom, I mean he's trying to play stealthy and a little. Oh! Nope. Didn't even get her. I think. I mean, the arm stopped it in time, I assume, so, from even touching her. Oh no. That could be key. Oh, Jesus! Oh! Carnage! Ah, man. Oh, Carnage got mad now! Is it enough for Lucy? Yeah, it's not enough for Lucy still. I guess so. Oh, he senses the arms? Oh, no, there's the vibration. Carnage is one of Carnage's weaknesses.
Does it hurt yet? Don't worry.
Ah, she got out her whole big horns!
I'll put you out of your misery.
That it? Is that it? That's it?
First those kids at the orphanage, then Cletus.
Okay.
Lucy really hates dog killers, and for good reason.
Carnage
Yeah.
was a challenging opponent. It was incredibly difficult for Lucy to deal any lasting damage against him.
He had the durability advantage in the bag, though Lucy fighting as a puddle proved she could take a lot of pain and keep
Yeah,
on
that's
fighting.
what I would assume.
Sadly, Carnage came up short in pretty much everything else.
Right, Carnage was tough, but not invincible. Even his surviving that gene bomb isn't quite as impressive as it sounds. Since
Yeah,
he had
explain
no
that,
defeats to even
please.
remotely back up planetary level durability, and the bomb was more akin to a biological weapon anyway. While Carnage's tendrils could pass speeds of Mach 2, Lucy's
Yeah.
vectors once reached into outer space. By timing her accompanying monologue and comparing the longest vector's length to the curvature of the Earth, it's clear she reached over 2,400 miles in 20 seconds max.
Way longer than Carnage's 2-mile feat.
All this means her vectors were moving at least 440,000 miles per hour, more than 500 times the speed of sound, and 250 times faster than Carnage.
Good luck getting past that. And this was really the biggest hurdle. With Lucy's redonkulous speed and Carnage's healing powers, it all boiled down to one thing. Who could hit the killing blow first? I mean,
Yeah.
Carnage could respawn from scraps, so the only way to beat him for good was to totally vaporize him.
And Lucy had the perfect answer to that. Remember that time she hit an island so hard she caused a 9.2 magnitude earthquake and a 100-foot tall tidal wave? Such a feat would require an enormous amount of explosive energy, approximately 31,000 tons of TNT, similar to the bomb that hit Hiroshima.
It's literally compared to nuclear fusion in the Elfen Lied manga.
Elfen Lied, it's German.
The point is, in order to beat Carnage for good, Lucy needed to totally obliterate him, and she could do that.
The heat produced within the initial impact of a nuclear explosion can reach temperatures up to 180,000 degrees Fahrenheit. More than 18 times hotter than the surface of the sun. And to top it off, heat was Carnage's biggest weakness. Even if Lucy's explosive force was just a fraction of this, it would still have been far too much for him.
She just needed to smack him before he could power through her vectors, which chances were pretty slim for that happening anyway, because there's a bunch of them and they're so damn fast. Hitting Carnage with a big explosion punch was way easier.
Cletus and his symbiote may have had the endurance, but Lucy's space-worthy speed, overwhelming presence, and nuclear strength won the day.
She
I'd imagine
more
so.
than needed for a total victory.
Anime
and
character
took the
once
lead.
again.
There, I said it right, Wiz. Happy?
The winner is
yeah.
Lucy.
OP anime character wins once again.
Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the fight, you can get a first membership and watch our commentary by clicking that box over there.
Thank you, Chad. And if you want the battle music from this episode, you can get it in the link in the
It was pretty bloody, but not as bloody as I
Chad.
expected, to be honest. Alright, he's next time. If you can't tell right now, there's a reason I have a huge smile on my face. Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime! Optimus Prime's fight in the next death battle was against a Gundam. Oh! Now I'm definitely more hyped for that than this one. Oh! That's a definite one I'm gonna let's watch. I'm telling you right now. It's a definite one I will definitely let's watch. Oh! I cannot wait for that one. Ugh. Okay. Without any more excitement, I have to wait for that one. I'll save it probably for that one, but I'm just saying. Besides from this, Optimus Prime. I've been waiting for a Transformer to be in this for a long time, and Optimus Prime is probably one of the best ones to nominate. Honestly, yeah. Besides from Starscream, Starscream is a horrible one. But Megatron probably would have been more awesome, to be honest. But I'm not complaining too much. Oh man, I can't wait for that one. So, out of the way, let me get my thoughts on this one. Yeah. So, like I said before, it's not as bloody as I expected. Although, I wasn't too surprised by the outcome, like I said, because they explained her as being OP as fuck. And once they mentioned how she was before, how fast she was, I was like, yeah, she's faster than Carnage. And I was just like, yeah, it's just so, man, Carnage might lose this. My question is, how is it all gonna go down? It's like, eventually, after seeing how he's circling around the invisible arms, I'm just gonna call it that because I just can't say it. I just remember the name that clearly. Circling around the invisible arms, and then she did a vibration. I'm like, oh yeah, he's done. He's done. I just love how the way he ends is like before he ends is like, I hate you. That was hilarious. I give Lucy props for that. Man, but I have to say, I give props to Lucy for that fight. Man, Carnage is something else. Especially, I was surprised how this was gonna end, considering the durability he has, like being ripped from space from the Sentry. Probably like one of the best durability capable durability capabilities he's had. Sorry for the mumbling. But I'm just wondering, But I'm just saying, even after they mentioned she was in a weakened state, I'm just like, yeah, that's what's put the nail in the coffin for me. I'm just like, that's when she's definitely bound to win. So, as I predicted, I was like, yeah, I kind of saw it coming. I want a Carnage win, but I'm not too bothered by it because sometimes with anime characters, they're OP as fuck, and almost every anime character they put up against that was kind of that seemed a bit fair. I say a bit fair. Was, yeah, because sometimes I'm a bit skeptical with how Screwtack does their research sometimes, because some of it's not very accurate, as in the past with other anime characters we've had. Just saying. So, because most of them were bullshit, and you know which ones I'm talking about, so I'm not gonna get into that debate. But in any case, let me know what you guys think about this. I will definitely, like I said, let's watch the next one. Let me know what you guys think about this death battle. Do you think it was fair or not? Did he leave some stuff out? I don't know. I think they didn't leave some stuff I knew about Carnage out, from my knowledge. So, yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Yeah, and like this video if you like this watch out. You probably not, because I didn't really say much. I just really got excited towards the end. Subscribe to this channel for more reactions like this and other stuff, you know, non-reaction wise, because I do more than just reactions and that stuff. But that's all you have to say. For those who are watching, thank you for watching. Until next time, 4Vic is out.